Hello, and welcome to our podcast of Wraith the Oblivion. This is a variant story that accompanies Dirge of the Maniacal, a full chronicle that takes place in the world of darkness. I am your storyteller tonight, Myles von Kamp. And with me is Nicole Pierce, who will be playing as Gabriela Torres, the Chanteur. She is a renegade. At least that's what she tells herself. And also with us is Jay, who will be playing as the Shadowguide to Nicole's Wraith and Psyche. Good evening to you both.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
Our sidewinding tale takes place on a Wednesday morning of a pitch black approach. Very suitable for our setting, located in the terminal of tortured souls, outskirting the very labyrinth of oblivion. Everything is under control, right? The date is November 23rd, 1994. 2 days before Thanksgiving. So without further ado, let us tell a ghost story together. Like your life depended on it. The terminal of tortured souls is a rough playground, maze of sandstone architecture and Grecian columns, filled with wavering echoes and ghastly, drooping shadows. This includes unpleasant, winding tunnels, stairs, rooms, and various platforms. This place is reminiscent of a California underground subway station instead of a so-called terminal of sorts. This area is also immense and full of treacherous mysteries. But all of that might explain why our circle of wraiths have decided to bunker down, meditate, reconsider all of their options. It is in this very moment that Gabriela Torres finds herself becoming curious, eager to explore, and a true candidate of the restless dead. During this somewhat downtime, all of Gabriela's circle mates seem to have taken to recovering their tired corpi up against the vast tunnels of the terminal. Nothing resembling slumber, just mentally exhausted. Unwelcome dread waiting down on all of you without ceasing. It is during this small moment in time that Gabriela takes notice of a very weathered and withered book slipping out from one of Edith's most reliable backpacks that she wears all the time. The book slips more and more from the backpack's innards and eventually collapse abruptly up terminal, beginning to soak up the foul cavern waters. In a sense that you wanted to pick it up before it fell out of the backpack. As you lift the depreciative volume of work off the floor and allow the disgusting slime to drip off the crinkled pages, a very profound and eclectic glowing sensation begins to trickle from the content before you. These are not words, images, or sentences before you, but they are instead hypnotic, shifting sands upon your line of sight, like a mirage forming in your mind's eye while your soul thirsts for more context. In a single fleeting second, you swear that you spot a shadow of a silhouette of yourself walking along the pagework, violin case in your arm, and a guitar strapped to your back, easily identifying the energetic skip in your step onward, forward. All of this glowing with somewhat of a trick of light passing through the faint terminal's ominous passages. Nicole, do you begin to read the shifting passages in front of you?
Definitely. This is like
Oh,
Gabriela and my dream to see myself in a book.
I see. I need you to please roll your... I need you to roll 5 d10s for me. That's going to be your perception and your occult. So 5 d10, please.
Okay. Two successes if it's just a regular 6.
Yep, that works for me. 2 successes will work. Oop. And just making sure I don't have an echo coming from roll 20. As you focus on the shifting sands and visions flowing on the book's pages before you, Gabriela feels her eyelids begin to softly drift to a close, and a deep, uninterrupted slumber takes precedent over all of your instincts. As you begin to feel the tempest winds caress your hair delicately, and you feel the physical surroundings about you become more and more distant with each passing millisecond, an echo of your existence is left behind. And you are now traveling to an environment that is somewhat familiar to you, yet nothing like you have ever witnessed in your afterlife. So, I'm going to shift your view to a whole new scene on roll 20 for everyone to look at. There's a somewhat unpleasant everything about this area that you are in, Nicole. It is that of a catacomb or some type of underground prison that you find yourself in. Very little colors to kind of identify the things around you, and nothing but just remains of empty husks and dead things remain here. You take a moment to kind of like gather your senses of where you're at, and as you take in the pungent smell of this place, which is very unpleasant, mind you, it somewhat starts to remind you of your adventures in the Nether. That very disturbing place that you once adventured in before. It feels very similar to the Nether. Definitely not the the Underground Railroad area that you recall from some of your first missions here on Wraith the Oblivion, but it definitely gives you that similar sense that you are deep within the underworld itself. I'll be shifting over to the scene that includes everybody. And Nicole, you will be right here. This is you.
Okay.
And you will be standing with 3 other wraiths. Could I get you to please roll a perception? And I need to check to see if you have an investigation as well. I will be activating your character sheet right now.
Yay. You want some extra dice?
Hold on. Let me see the character sheet.
So, perception at 4. And you do not have any investigation, so
I do not.
perception. So you'll have straight up perception of 4 to notice things in your current predicament. Your shadow seems to be whispering to you.
Hey.
Hi, Shadow.
You want some dice?
Maybe not right now. I'm gonna wing it and see what happens here. So I don't know what's going on, so I don't want to take extra dice yet.
All right.
4d10.
You're gonna regret it.
I probably will. Let's see what happens. 2 successes.
All right.
It's a 6.
Excellent. So with 2 successes, I'm going to activate at least one thing on your inventory. Let's see here. So you will notice that all of the soldiers that are standing in front of you in this catacomb prison that you are inside all bear the mark of Stygia on their armor and their cloaks and their attire. So if you see roll 20, I just activated the sigil of Stygia. All of them seem to be having this on them. You kind of look at your clothes and you look at your outfits. You guys are not wearing anything of the sort on your clothing or your outfits.
Okay.
The second thing that you notice is that the 4 of you that are standing here and kind of almost like a lineup for a what do they call that? An execution. A line of fire. A firing line for a firing squad. The 4 of you have chains dangling all around you. You have a total of 5 shackles or cuffs. 2 of them are on your wrists, 2 of them are on your ankles, and 1 of them is around your neck. All of the chains seem to be attached to these shackles, and they kind of dangle and make noises. You feel like you are able to walk around freely, like you have a somewhat limited amount of running space, and you do feel like maybe there are some abilities that have been hindered because of these shackles. Like, it seems to be stunting some of your regular Wraith senses that you usually have. But there are also some other more supernatural parts about these shackles and chains that are attached to you. Nicole, if you ever decide to examine or take some time to explore these chains and shackles on you, let me know. That'll obviously take a separate dice roll than this one, but I just want to let you know that all 4 of you seem to be wearing these chains around your bodies. You still can walk around if you want to, but it seems like you are being kept here as prisoners against your will. So there is a total of 6 legionnaires in front of you. There's also a total of 5 Bargists, or wild, almost like unusual looking wolves that have like very deteriorated but unnatural looking kind of bodies and strength to them, and they seem to be growling, and some of them wearing armor. They seem to be kind of like gnawing and biting at the soul steel that's against their bodies, as if trying to like chew on something. But with all that aside, the legionnaires that are standing behind the Bargus are just standing at attention. They're not really, making any movements or chatting with each other. They seem to be just focused on the 4 of you, like they're studying you. Very, very poignantly. And the legionnaire standing here, wearing red, I'm going to reveal them on the roll 20. Seems to be wearing a red cloak, almost elongated cape along their person, a death mask that covers their face almost in an armored fashion. They have a very sharp looking rapier saber at their side, held at the ready. And you get a sense that underneath that cloak, there's probably more contraptions and weapons that they have at the ready in case you decide to do anything out of character. So this Legionnaire will kind of focus on the four of you as if trying to like make sure that all four of you are there in attendance wise. And you'll see him look at you and say, "This is the Gulag Rora Pente. There is no tether stockade, no guard towers, no pathos frontier. Only a massive, overwhelming waterfall that prevents phasing out. Punishment means exile from this prison to the labyrinth. In the labyrinth, nothing can survive. Cooperate." Go run and hide. Very well. And he will kind of almost kind of saber down to the ground, making a huge clang that echoes through the chambers and the kind of long hallways. Head start. And I will let you and your shadow talk what you want to do.
Before they all left, is there?
Yeah, go ahead.
How did the other chained individuals look? Like, does anyone else look nervous or confused or anything? Like any emotions I can notice?
Nope. No emotions, but definitely like a sense of survival and upset, as if they. It looks like they are just being like almost treated like toys or playthings to these Legionnaires.
Okay.
Yeah. So spoilers, but not really spoilers. There are 3 characters that begin to run away from you. First one, she appears to be wearing a thorned, somewhat crown around her head. Has a veil, very pale and white. And for some reason, it seems that her mouth and her eyes have been sewn together, shut. And she bears a very long and very sharp-looking blade that kind of cuts through her corpus and is embedded there and stuck there for some odd reason. Next, the one who seems to be kind of like taking out a little bit more further and faster than the other wraiths, is wearing a very kind of just toga of sorts, simplistic cloth draped around his body, and his body or corpus seems to be very, very thin and empty. You don't see any eyes on his face, but you do see him like tapping his long walking stick against the ground as if to kind of like create an echo and discover which way he's supposed to run, which way he's supposed to go next. Lastly, Nicole, you will see another wraith who is a little bit more well-dressed and more well-equipped than the other 2. He has a death mask. He has some type of short blade chambered to his side. He has a satchel next to himself. And he seems to be carrying some kind of like lantern at his side that is burning some kind of essence already. You get a sense, even though he's wearing a death mask and you don't get really an emotion off of him, that he seems to be the most experienced out of the other 2 and seems to know what he's doing. So that's what you get so far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this current situation?
I guess I'm just gonna start running forward too. I don't want to get left behind,
Okay.
and I don't know what's going on, so I guess I'm just gonna.
Okay. Shadow, do you have anything that you'd like to share during this situation, or are you going to
I
just
whispered.
enjoy the entertainment?
I whispered a question to you on Roll20 because I have all the information about it except for not the actual character sheet.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need that, aren't you?
I might need that just a little.
Yeah, I just activated you. I didn't think about that, so I just activated you. You are currently at you are at that you are at the number that you indicated to me.
Okay, and also the Zion the Masker sheet that you've given me is bio and info, and it's a picture that doesn't appear to be me. It appears to be the person I was last podcast.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty, or maybe it's
Under Zion?
yeah. Let me screenshot this because yeah, it's maybe I'm just used to the old picture and you updated it or something. But
I did update a new. Yeah, I did update a new picture for you.
Okay, well, I still only have bio and info. I don't have the character sheet itself.
Excellent. Yes, we're going in full out hard mode today, so there we go. Okay, I have now activated your character sheet, so you can see the character sheet now.
There we go.
Yep, it appears that Gabrielle is starting to catch up to us.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Legionnaire said, Nicole, you have 1 minute to get a head start. Shadow, if you want to communicate anything to your Wraith, you may do so at this moment. We are going to be entering some pretty dangerous looking areas.
So this is fun. You're totally going to need my help, aren't you?
I mean, we'll see what happens.
So going to need my help. It's going to be awesome.
All right. I will be activating the new scene. If I haven't already, I might have already activated it.
I think you did.
Yep, Gabrielle, you see. I'm sorry, Nicole. You see where you are down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You will notice that the wraiths that were with you start to separate and go in different directions. One to the north, one to the east, and one to the west. Which one do you follow, or do you do anything to like communicate to one of them or say anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my right.
Okay, you're gonna go to the right.
Yes, and I'm just gonna be like, wait.
Okay.
Can you please wait?
Yeah. So he will actually stop in his footsteps. He looks very, very, he's still kind of like tapping the floor with his staff to kind of like make his way around. He's not going as fast as the other two, but he definitely seems interested in, staying fast. He will turn around and look at you. Quag mok no pushna.
No.
Oh, look at you making friends. Oh, wait.
In
Ognek
another
astro.
language.
Antu pram shonte.
Do you speak English? Or hablo
Quag wak
español?
na pushnaf. Pushnaf?
안녕하세요. Do you know Korean?
And it looks like he's like given up on you and starting to walk again, using his walking stick.
So he didn't know English, Spanish, or Korean, just to clarify.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Darn it. Oh, man. Right.
Shadow, you do know what language this is, just so you know.
Yeah, I do.
Sounds German to me. All right. Well, I got left behind, so
You're allowed to follow him if you want to. Otherwise, you can try one of the other two characters, or
yeah, I'm gonna go this way. But I don't know where she went.
Would you say that
Okay.
she doesn't belong? Oh,
me?
No, Myles. Would you say that she's now feeling isolated and doesn't belong?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Honestly, I feel like she'd be more confused than anything and terrified.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that also helps with the shadow there.
Jay, roll 2d10s for me.
Okay.
She's gonna just keep on going. She's just looking, and
Never
she's
mind.
just saying hello and help in every language that she knows, and hoping someone responds.
Okay. Doesn't sound like there is any response at this moment. You swear that there was a wraith over here just a moment ago. You saw her making her way over in this direction, but she has vanished. Just do you give me a intelligence, straight up intelligence roll at this moment, Nicole?
Okay. It's not great, so let's go with that. Yeah.
Do you want some help with that? Oh, I'd love to give you some help with that. You want some 4 dice?
Oh man.
You know you love it. Totally nothing can go wrong. I'm sure. It'll be great.
You know,
Nicole,
I'm actually. Oh,
Nicole,
go ahead.
I'll also allow you to add 1 die for your occult. So one die in occult and perception. So perception plus occult.
Oh wait, I thought this was intelligence.
Oh, I'm sorry, intelligence. Yep, you're correct. Intelligence plus occult.
Okay, and because it's intelligence, I'm going to say no to my shadow because it's not worth it if I can't potentially explode tens. So, yeah. Sorry, shadow. Next time.
I'm sure you'll regret it.
I am. I know I am. I'm gonna die out here. Let's see. Roll 3d10. Maybe 1 success if it's a 6.
So that's your intelligence and your occult?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Double check my occult is 1, correct? Yes. So yep, that's 3.
All right.
So just 1 success.
You take a moment to kind of like think about the situation that you're in, and your arcana seems to come to mind. You recall that a lot of wraiths will sometimes use Enshroud to cloak themselves and make themselves invisible, especially when they feel threatened and are trying to hide from people hunting them down. But then you start to kind of like, as you're thinking about this, you kind of notice, hey, I still feel like I could activate my phantom wings if I wanted to. I feel like my voice has carried over into this new body, so I could perform my keening if I needed to. But I also seem to have a new ability that I'm not too familiar with at all. But you kind of like look at your arms and you look at your skin, and you notice that all of your corpus, the flesh on your corpus, seems to be kind of like patched together like a bunch of patches on a tapestry. So I'll let you kind of like think of that as you will, but this seems to be some kind of like power that you hold that you have not had before when you were Gabriela. But this character seems to have this new power.
Okay. Is there like a little alcove like right here or something that I can just like hide in? So I
There
want to
is, yeah.
like I guess I want to look into that more and also look at the chains and shackles to see. I don't know. Can I pick it?
Okay, you want to try to break the chains and break the shackles?
Well, I want to look into them first because I want to see if there's something on it that will make it so if I do try to break it, it'll cause me harm. So I kind of want to investigate, or I don't want to investigate because I don't have investigate. I want to kind of just look them over to see if I can learn anything new from them.
Yeah. I will need you to roll your intelligence. And I will put you down for maybe streetwise. So intelligence and streetwise to make that determination.
Man, she needs to be smarter. Okay.
As you're doing this, by the way, Nicole, you'll hear the sounds of like pitter pats of like a wolf making its way into your area. You can hear the pitter pats.
Oh, that's
and you can hear the heavy breathing of some kind of creature.
I can hear it, but it doesn't see me, right?
Not yet.
All right, I'm gonna cast Enshroud.
Okay. Do you want to roll your intelligence roll first and see how that went?
Sure. So let's do that.
Yep.
Hey,
Intelligence
you want some help?
Well, maybe should I do the Enshroud first? Because I don't want to be seen while I'm looking at the shackles.
You may. The difficulty will go up, just a heads up. Nothing that I don't think you can't handle, but the difficulty will go up by 1 point if you decide to do that instead. Is that all right?
Oh, no. Okay, darn it. Okay, fine. I will look at the shackles first. So,
okay.
All right,
We're going to look at the shackles first. Jay, what would you like to offer?
Would you like 4 dice with that? 5?
4 would be nice.
Have all the dice you want.
I just want 4.
Okay, you can have 4.
Oh.
2 successes.
All right. So a couple things that you will notice the moment you kind of like are chains and binds that are on you. The first thing is that these are Stygian steel chains and binds. They have been designed and created to keep you in slavery as a thrall to the hierarchy. You have no means of escaping these binds unless another like legionnaire or a ferryman or a reaper decides to break those binds off of you. Usually it's the person who has put those on you is the one who can break them and get them off of you. But you look at these and you're like, I don't have any weapons. I don't have any devices. I don't have any explosions. I have nothing that I could use to break Stygian steel and get these off of me.
Okay.
Hear the sounds of some kind of wolf starting to smell around the premises.
All right, now I want to cast that Enshroud.
You want some more help? I think you want 5 for this. This seems pretty important. You should take 5.
X and Argos. Is the difficulty still an 8?
Difficulty will be a 7 actually, because you decided.
Okay.
Yeah, because you decided to take a different action. I mean, your first action instead of switching up and saying, "I'm going to do Enshroud instead" and do something different.
Okay. All right, Shadow. You're right. In this case, this is very important. I don't want to die.
Yeah, take those 5 dice. It'll be great.
So it's Dex plus Argos. That's 2 and 5, which makes that 7, and then another 5, which makes it 12.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, so 3 successes.
Okay. Sounds good to me. You are currently enshrouded. You feel it activate. I'm going to be rolling for my Bargist. See if I can notice you.
That one means I get angst, right?
Yes, I'm going to add that to your sheet. Thank you. And
Okay.
Myles is re-rolling his 10s.
Oh no.
Which is something you don't want to hear Myles say.
Yeah, especially because you said multiple. That
Yep.
makes me nervous.
Oh, yeah. All right. I need to add a point of temporary angst for Jay. All right. And so the wolf-like creature will start smelling the ground again. And when this is happening, you will notice that the steps, the pitter-pats of the wolf are coming closer to you. Your enshroud is up, but it definitely has a very good sense of the direction that you're at this moment. It's starting to smell you out. If you and your shadow want to devise a plan before it gets into your area, you may do so at this time.
Oh, is this a pillar? Is this like a tall pillar? Like, would I be able to be on the top?
That is a pillar. It seems to be going all the way up into the ceiling itself.
Darn.
Yeah, it's embedded. But that was a good idea. I like that.
Okay. I don't know. I honestly, I feel like I'm in Harry Potter, the 4th book, and the maze, and I'm gonna die. Like, everyone just split off, and I'm just gonna die.
Well,
and there's no doors in here. There's nothing.
Nope, no doors. While you're kind of like considering your options of what you want to do, you do start to hear the sound of the clinking of armor. And you'll hear the sound of a legionnaire say, "What is it, boy? Did you find something? Did you find something?"
You know,
so now you have a Barghest and a legionnaire starting to make their way towards you. So what is Gabriela doing? It sounds like you're going to start to make a run for the corner.
Well, she's not running because I've been told if you run, it makes it worse. So she's just slowly, but not too slow. She's like shuffling along the edge.
You're shuffling, okay.
To go up here.
All right. So you're making your way to that. You're making your way to that exit that seems to be like a new area.
Yeah.
All right. I will make a note of that. Let me check something with your shadow. Shadow, do you have any advice that you want to give your psyche? They seem to be I don't know about you, but they seem a little nervous.
The shadow seems a little nervous.
Oh no,
me.
Yeah, Gabriela.
You know, I think probably you should run and look for a place to hide up. Words are hard. See if you can find someplace to hide past that or after that exit. Just for now.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm hoping to find like I don't even care, like a box, anything.
Right. Myles is activating the new scene at this point in time. You will notice that the catacombs continue to go forward and stretch themselves out even further. You are still enshrouded. It is starting to wear down just a little bit now that you're in a new scene. Now that you are in this new scene, your enshroud is starting to dissipate just a little bit. And the Barghest is, you can hear it in the other area, still smelling you out, still hunting you down.
Okay. Is this just like dirt, or is this a hole?
That seems to be some kind of hole leading down into the abyss.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will avoid that.
If you can find a place to hide and get everybody gathered around, I think I have a plan to escape, maybe. Or maybe it's your doom. We're not sure yet.
The thing is, nobody will talk to me, whether they can or they won't, and I can't find anybody.
Oh no, not those other people that abandoned you. The ones that are hunting you.
Oh. I don't like that plan. Let's not do that plan.
You start to hear the pitter patting, not quickly, but you could definitely tell that it's picked up a scent and is starting to make its way into your area. Not there yet, though.
Okay, I'm gonna, just to make it faster, I'm making my way, I guess, down here into this room. I'm not doing this the whole time. If I come in here, are these like coffins?
Yep, they are marble slate coffins. Some of them are open, some of them are broken, and some of them are still sealed and shut.
Do I want to see if I can get myself in one of those, or is that just gonna seal my fate? That's a hard. Because then I have no way to even run if I'm just stuck in there. I don't even know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna try and eat me or kill me. That's my main assumption.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, actually.
Oh, that's great. Are these like bricks that I can use? Like I can pick up and maybe throw them as weapons?
You pick up a brick and you can kind of tell that it's already starting to fall apart as you pick it up. Like it'll if you try to throw it, it might shatter easily against something. And you remember that these Barghists and Legionnaires are also well armored.
That's true. Okay.
And yeah, if you are wearing Stygian steel chains, most likely these Legionnaires are wearing Stygian steel armor.
Okay, let's look into this new power I must have. Is there any way that I can determine what it could possibly be or narrow it down?
Yeah. You get us. I need you to roll your since you're in a stressful situation right now, and you're being hunted down. I need you to roll your wits and your occult. Wits and occult.
Okay.
You want some help? I think you should totally take my help.
I think so too.
I think you should take 5. This seems important.
Oh, that's horrible. It's such a high number.
You really want to die here?
I really don't. Okay, I'll take it. Roll. Let's see. It's 4 for wits, 1 for occult, so 10. So roll 10, D10. Come on, roll 20. Where is it? I don't know if I'm waiting or if it didn't work.
Nothing yet on my end. And nothing yet on my end. Yeah, maybe try re-rolling.
Okay.
10
D10.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, I can explode a 10. So roll 1 D10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes if the difficulty is a 6.
Okay, it is actually. So nothing to the shadow, right?
Nothing to the shadow, thankfully.
Nothing to the shadow. Wow. That's pretty well done. So, as you take a moment to kind of like think fast, considering your situation, you look at the patchwork on your arms and your hands and your shoulders that seem to be kind of like the calling card or marking for those who use the embody Arcanos. You start to kind of like reach out a little bit to kind of like experiment and think of like, well, what am I capable of? What can I do? Okay, I can use ghostly touch. That's something I do in the Skinlands. Okay, I can maintain the material form. That's for the Skinlands. I can do whispers. Okay, that's for the Skinlands. I can maybe create a phantom or some kind of like hazy, intangible form in front of me. Okay, that's for the Skinlands. And I could also create a statue. Could, materialize in solid form. Wouldn't be able to move around in that, but that also involves the Skinlands.
So it's all worthless.
So what that tells you in this moment, since you rolled so well, is that the abilities of Embody are one of the arts that the hierarchy sees as taboo. They see it as a forbidden art because it violates the code of the dead. You interacting with the living using your Embody is against a ruling known as the Dictum Mortem that has been set in place by the hierarchy to restrict wraiths from messing with the living. Embody is a power that definitely affects the living. And you get a sense, since you rolled really well, I'll give you this last little piece of information. You get a sense that you have yet one more dormant ability within you that might actually be useful in this situation. You feel that creating a statue of yourself, like becoming a statue in the Skinlands, is a step in the right direction, but the fact that you wouldn't be able to stand around or move around kind of sucks. So if you were to go to maybe let's say a level 4 power, even though you have no idea what that would entitle you to do, that might allow you to become a physical form. But that's all that I can give you at this moment. And becoming a physical form might change the dynamics a little bit. Because if you think about it, wraiths are so used to hunting each other down in their ghost wraith form when they're corporeal, but become solid human. I think you have a higher chance of just passing through ghosts, don't you?
Yes. I like this.
So
I want to try it. Let's try this mysterious level 4 ability that I have.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Just moving my NPCs a little closer. And this is where it gets a little bit more challenging. Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
As you can imagine. So, as you're trying to kind of like visualize what this would look like, becoming a physical form that can walk around and do as she will, the underworld, as a mortal human being, what attribute do you believe is most appropriate to use in this situation? There are 9 different attributes to choose from on your character sheet. Which one do you believe is the most appropriate at this moment?
Because I'm changing from being like a spiritual being into a mortal.
Mm-hmm.
Probably manipulation, because
Okay.
that sounds like the best option.
All right. So, would we like to use your manipulation in combination with your embody power?
Oh yeah, yes, that would be perfect.
Okay. I'm just checking your difficulty level to see where that's going to be at. Interesting. Okay. So, I need you to roll your manipulation plus your embody. Your embody should be at a 3. So, manipulation plus embody of 3. Difficulty is going to be a 6. By the way, you want to roll really well for this.
I know, I'm like, hey, Shadow, where are you?
Hey, you want 5 dice?
Yeah,
I think you want 5 dice.
Honestly, if you have more, I might take it. But if you only have 5, I'll still take it.
You know what? It might cause some problems to you, but it probably won't. You did real well last time. I could totally give you 6.
It's go big or go home, right? Plus, she's just panicking, so at this point, she's kind of gonna do whatever.
You want 7?
Yeah, she's not panicking that much. So let's see. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 6, 13. 13 D10. Please don't hurt me too much. Ooh, okay. And I get to
All right, 1 temporary angst to your shadow.
explode the 10s. Ooh, okay. Oh, difficulty was it 6?
It was a 6, yep.
1,
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. -1, 9.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I miscounted.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. So 9 successes.
Still really good.
Yes.
All right. This will cost you 2 pathos for you to cast. So I'm going to take 2 pathos away from your character sheet.
Should have also lost 1, I think, from Enshroud, right?
Let me double check that. I think you might be right on that. I'm gonna double check.
I feel like I always lose a pathos when I Enshroud.
Let's see here.
Maybe not. That might be.
Yeah, I'm double checking it right now. Yep, one point of pathos for Enshroud. So thank you for reminding me. I just checked that. Yep, after 3 pathos use. So you will use this new power within you. And at the moment for this character that you are embodying, no pun intended, you will level up your embody to a level 4. And you will use a power called Life in Death. And this power seems to allow you to manifest as the mortal body of the woman that you have, encompassed yourself as. Your appearance is reflecting kind of a mildly spotty memory of who she used to be in the living world. She tends to be idealized in, what she looked like back in the day. You might become a little bit more convincing, depending on how well you roll. Your form has somewhat darker hair and paler skin than you did when you were in the underworld or the Shadowlands. But otherwise, you don't generally appear too off. So, you currently now, after using Life and Death, have flesh. Actual flesh, not a corpus, but flesh that is colder than it normally should be. And it seems to be a little distracting. which is kind of a side effect of what you've just accomplished here at this moment. But unless someone is touching your skin to notice that cold temperature, you're in luck. You are now a mortal being walking around in this catacomb area.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do?
I'd like to run away.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead and show me which direction you'd like to go.
Let's see. How far can she see? Let's see. Oh, well, I can't go out that way. There's no door that. Oh. There's only 2 ways out, and that's towards. Huh.
You definitely get a sense that the Barghest has picked up on your scent now that you are a living being and is very interested in finding you.
Am I still enshrouded? It's just weak,
No,
or it's
you are
gone?
you are no longer enshrouded. Your embody power seems to have taken over, and you are now a living, breathing entity without the enshroud.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna hope that they can't touch me since I'm immortal, and bam, just be right there. See what happens. I don't know what else to do. I can't go anywhere.
Okay. The Barghest immediately takes notice of you and starts to growl and bark in your direction. Is obviously very, very upset. The Legionnaire will come running up behind it saying, "What is it, boy? What do you see? What do you see?" And the Barghest will point its nose directly at you. And the two of them look like they're ready to fight you at this moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run forward. I want to see if I could just run through them and see if it works. I don't know what else I could do.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, here we go. Shadow, is there anything you want to do before I attack Wraith?
I sent you a message.
Right. Thank you. The Barghest will charge forward and dive right into Gabriela, or whoever she's taken the form of, and will actually appear on the other side of her.
Yes.
As if the Barghest has taken 1 point of damage from this by becoming incorporeal, trying to attack you. And the Legionnaire will notice this immediately and go, "Wait."
I'm gonna run right at him.
Okay. He will draw his Stygian steel and say, "Blasphemer!" Holds his stance and tries to ready himself to swing his sword at you.
I'm just gonna push my hand right past the sword and into his chest and see if I can cause him damage as well.
Okay. Your hand goes straight through the blade and also the body of the Wraith in front of you, and you just pass through him. And neither his blade nor his body seem to do any damage to you, but he definitely takes 1 point of damage from this and becomes incorporeal.
Oh, this is so cool. Okay, I'm just gonna start punching. This is great.
Okay.
Hey, you want some extra dice rolls with that punch?
Do I have to roll for this? I feel like I'm just hitting a cloud.
It looks like while he's incorporeal, you won't be able to harm him until he becomes corporeal.
Darn.
Until he becomes corporeal again.
Okay. I mean, I hit him once. I'm just gonna keep going and just run.
Okay. It looks like he's starting to activate a power within himself, and he basically sheaths his sword back into his side, and he gives chase and chases after you. The Bargus is chasing behind, but seems to be allowing the Legionnaire to kind of like take control of the situation that has occurred in front of them. I need you to roll if you're trying to run away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like you are. Your dexterity and your athletics. Dexterity and athletics to run away from me. And I'm going to roll against you.
Okay, let's...
You know, he might actually catch up, and he might have a trick up his sleeve. I think he should probably take another 5 dice from me. You know, just to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds smart, but how lucky do I think I am that I've only gotten you 2 inks so far?
4 dice?
Sure. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'll take it. So that gives me 7. Okay. So that's 2 successes.
Okay. Let me add a temporary angst to your shadow. You said 2 successes?
Yeah, just 2, and that's so not worth it. Like, I should have just stuck with the 3d10.
So, strangely enough, you're not sure if it might just be good luck on your part, but the Legionnaire that is giving chase to you is having a very difficult time trying to keep up with you, as if he's like trying to activate a power of sorts, but he's not able to activate it as quickly as he wants to, and it's distracting him in order to keep up with you. And the Bargus is still behind him, but is kind of like, doesn't really have any influence on what you do at this point. So the Legionnaire is going to pursue you, but it appears like you're a little bit further ahead than he is comfortable with. So what would you like to do? It looks like he's giving chase to you.
I'm going to keep running and hope I run into one of those other people in chains, because they said the guy at the beginning said to cooperate and that you could only one will survive, but you can still maybe team up until the very end, and then one of us betrays the other. Like, that's how I'm thinking. So like, I want to find somebody who will team up with me until we're the top 2, and it's every man for himself.
All right. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. Let me check my maps. So I need to update one of them with all right. And you will now be transported back to from whence you came. And the first thing that you see is a Bargist in the direction that you came from, and a Legionnaire standing right behind it as well. They take immediate notice to you as soon as you walk out from the area that you once came.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna run right through them.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and place yourself where you want to. The Bargus will obviously try to bite you, and the Legionnaire will try to slash across you with their axe, and she will not be successful. Both of them will take 1 point of damage and become incorporeal as you run through them. And they seem a little confused. Yeah, they seem a little confused at first, but they're starting to like gather themselves and figure out what they want to do next now that they see you run past. And she will yell at you, "Blasphemer! Impure!
Your mom!"
I'm just gonna
shadow.
Oh no, I get it.
Yeah.
As I'm
what would you like to do next?
I kind of just want to start yelling out, "Team up with me!" Like, "Hey, I'm causing damage. Let's work together. Somebody help me."
I don't think they're going to understand your words. I don't think you're going to understand your words. I think you're going to have to use body language to ask for help.
Well, I'm hoping maybe one of them saw me like easily run through these guys, and that will impress them. I don't know. I don't even know where they went. I'm just hoping for the best.
You know you're gonna draw the attention you don't like when you're yelling, right?
I mean, I'm drawing attention. Period. Might as well grab it all. Like, I don't. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna. And you have a plan, right? You said, Shadow, that if I had everybody around me, you had a plan, right?
There is that. There is that. That might be our doom, though. But you know, what's life without a little adventure?
Okay. Nicole, I need you to again roll your. Since we're in a new scene. I will not be adding to the difficulty, but I still need you to roll your dexterity and athletics to run away from me, and I will be rolling for the Legionnaire chasing you.
Hey, you want a little help with that?
Yeah, might as well. I'm go big or go home. Let's go. Well, what you got?
Well, it's getting a little close, but I think you'd be okay with 3 or 4.
I'll take the 4.
All right. Delicious things.
Let's back. That's 7. Wait, let me double check that. Dex plus athletics. That's 3 plus 4. Yes, 7.
And difficulty 6.
Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Sadly, I cannot explode those 10s.
Okay. How many successes did you say? 3? 4? 4? It looks like she is able to. This character, the Legionnaire, is able to keep up with you pretty damn well. If anything, just a step behind you. So wherever you decide to move your character, I will be 1 step behind you at this point.
Okay.
She's still incorporeal. Yeah, she's still incorporeal, but she's definitely like following you from behind, up close. Like she has a good lead on you.
Bring them all together. It'll be great.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what else to do here. Where did they go? Am I the last one standing? Like, is this what this means? Like, I don't know what happened.
You have no idea.
Let's get out here, and then let's go over here, and then let's go up here.
I mean, I see this. Yeah. I kind of don't want to, but I also have no other option because of the way this maze is set up. I kind of have to go that way.
I want to go up here.
Up here?
Up here-ish. Because there's another thing right here, and I think all the rest of the people are over here.
Okay, sorry. I had to move my map up. You were over here, right?
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. That.
Don't forget, wherever you decide to move your character on the map, I will be 1 step behind you.
Oh no, I understand.
Okay, good. So, at this point in time, while you are moving up into this area, I need you to now roll a different roll.
Okay.
Dexterity of 2, and it will be your dodge of 1. So 3d10s, dexterity and dodge to dodge. It looks like this character is going to reach out and try to grab you, which for you is kind of peculiar because you're like, aren't you a ghost? But it looks like she's very intent on grabbing you or a part of you.
Yeah, which makes me think she did something so she can actually touch me. That's not great.
You want some extra dice?
You know what? No, I have risked so much angst this whole time. I am so surprised it has not been higher than this. This has been crazy. Yeah, she's not that big of a risk taker, so she's gonna kind of do this on her own at this point, which is bad. It's like the worst time to do it on her own, but she's gonna try. So 3d10. with no successes, but no ones either.
All right. So 0 successes?
Correct.
All right. Let me roll for my Wraith. Okay. So you will feel a hand reach out, and it seems to be touching your back at this moment. Nothing forceful, nothing to like restrain you or grab you, but it's just touching your back. Next, I'm going to be rolling a power against you.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's see how well I do.
Excuse me.
Or not well. Let's hope for that, right?
Okay. At this point in time, Nicole, my Wraith disappears. My Wraith disappears. And the Vargist, the Vargist kind of looks at you and just kind of like growls, but keeps his distance away from you and growls. Yeah, for some reason my Wraith has disappeared.
I don't trust it. I honestly think she's in me at this point. I don't know if that's a thing, but I feel like she's in me.
Okay, it's probably a good assumption. Shadow, you are now sharing space with someone else.
Oh, hooray! I don't like this. This is my.
No, this is really
my
weird.
Wraith. You get
This
out.
is really, yeah, this is really odd. It's like it was one thing to share it with your psyche, but now you're sharing it with another Wraith and a psyche.
How do I murder that other Wraith?
You can murder yourself.
Don't
I don't want to murder myself. I want to evict the other one.
Can I still run?
Oh yeah. And the Vargas just follows you as you do this, as if like monitoring to see what happens next.
Dun, 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 dun,
Right now I can let you know without any dice rolls. You feel like there's something wrong with your body right now.
I had a feeling. Can I fight it off?
Can I fight it off? I'm a very
Can we
green
team up together and fight it off?
Yeah, let me check Jay's. I'm gonna check Jay's thorns to see if she has anything that she could use to fend off an intruder. So, well, yeah, let me write to you, Jay, because you do have an option. A couple at that.
I feel like this would hurt me.
Write to Jay really quick.
Okay.
All right. So, Nicole, do you have any thoughts or ideas of how to extract Wraith out of your physical body?
I mean, I feel like what is it? Whatever Zion has, I can't remember if it's castigation or something else. Where she is able to rip that insect out of me. I feel like that's probably something else that could be used, but I don't have that.
Okay.
What I do have, I don't know if I have anything that'll do something like that. I know Argos, I don't have anything. And I think with keying, it's not gonna affect a Wraith in a Wraith. I can affect a Wraith, but not a Wraith in a Wraith. I think. Let me check that. I'm looking at because I have Requiem, but I don't think that will help.
Let me ask your shadow something first, because they seem to have some ideas. But yeah, let me check. That's a good question.
From what I'm reading of Requiem.
Yeah, Requiem would be strength plus keening, difficulty 7. We have a chance to resist against you. Oh, if we're prepared.
But does that affect a wraith with I can't scream at myself?
No. So this would affect this would affect the 2 wraiths that are currently chasing you, and maybe the Barghists also that are chasing you. So there are 3 Barghists. And 2 wraiths that are pursuing you. It'll affect them, but it'll not affect these.
I have 7 left.
Ah. All right. Jay, can you do me a huge and...
Well, that's 4 successes, but oh wait, I critted one, so 3 successes.
Okay. Nicole, I need you to also roll 5d10 for me. 5.
I feel like I'm gonna lose control of my body. Roll 5d10. 1, 2, 3 successes if the difficulty is a 6.
Unfortunately, Jay, your catharsis roll does not successfully work. You were very close, though. You were 1 success off.
I'm sorry.
While that is happening,
I had a plan.
While that is happening, I'm going to use a power while I'm stuck inside this body, and it's gonna suck for Nicole.
Oh no!
Please, don't do this to me.
Check the difficulty.
Will this power use my pathos?
The power that I'm using against you right now is using my pathos because I'm a wraith again. Yeah, the wraith inside you is using their own pathos to fight you.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's a very good roll.
Oh no.
Reroll my 10. Okay. Let me see if there's anything that you can do. Okay. So I am going to do what Jay was not able to do. Nicole.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, your body will start to make its way back over to the Legionnaires and the Barghists. The Legionnaires kind of notice this, and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool. It looks like something worked in our favor finally." Last thing that you see, Nicole, is the first Legionnaire that had pursued you from the very beginning will punch you straight in the face, and you will completely black out.
You can touch me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Remember when he was activating a power, but he couldn't catch up to you because he was too distracted?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. And you will go into complete and utter darkness at this point in time. You and your shadow are able to communicate with each other if you'd like to during this moment.
Shadow, what happened?
Well, I tried to do my plan, and, well, you decided I shouldn't.
It's not my fault. I tried. I tried to not try.
And yet, here we are.
Unfortunately, the soul does have ways to resist and fight back the shadow at all costs.
What? Are we dead again? What do you think?
I mean, we're always dead, but I don't know. I can try something. Myles, can I do anything at this point, or am I also blacked out?
You are blacked out. The only thing you can do is communicate to your wraith, your psyche. You do, however,
still feel that other wraith?
I'm sorry?
Do we still feel the other wraith that was in?
Oh no. Oh no. Not at all. No longer.
Okay.
By the way, Jay, because of that last scene, you will gain 1 point of temporary angst. So the angst that you spent to attempt catharsis will come back. So you'll get that back.
Oh, hooray.
And I'm slowly resetting things back to a point. There we go. It'll take me a while to get the thing 100%, but just for the sake of brevity, the next thing you recall, Nicole, is a legionnaire standing before you, and he says, "This is the Gulag Rurapente. There is no tether stockade, no guard towers, no pathos frontier."
Is this Groundhog's Day? Like, is it just repeating itself?
"Ma'am, please, I am trying to speak," and he yells at you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
"Punishment means exile from this prison to the labyrinth. In the labyrinth, nothing can survive. Cooperate. Go run and hide. Very well, and you will be rewarded well. Competition is encouraged. After all, only one of you shall survive this test. Become uncooperative, and you will perish. You get 1 whole minute for a head start." I'm not going to even add the shadow dice. Sorry, the angst that you were supposed to gain. So I'm just going to keep that off as if you spent it again for another attempt. So that'll be 7d10. Difficulty 7.
Well, 3.
3 successes. All right. Nicole, I need you to roll. Nicole, I need you to roll 5d10 for me.
Am I trying to fight catharsis again?
Your shadow is attempting to. Yep.
Okay, I have a question because I have, what is this called?
Yes.
Eidolon.
Eidolon. Yep.
Yes.
Your Eidolon can help fend off your shadow if you wish.
I kind of want to use it.
Okay. So here's what you can do. You can reduce. Okay. You have 1 point of Eidolon. You can reduce your difficulty by 1 point, or you can add 1 bonus die against your shadow. So you'll have 6d10. What would you like?
Oh man, I gotta decide now.
Yep. If you decide, or you can not use your Eidolon at all. It's up to you.
No, I'm gonna use it. I think I will add 1.
Add 1?
Yes.
Okay, roll 6d10, please. Difficulty 7.
No. I mean, like, add to my total, right? Is that what you said I could do? Oh, no. You said I could either add a dice or bring my difficulty down.
Correct. One or the other.
Okay. I rather bring my difficulty down.
All right. Sounds good to me.
I'll roll 5d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, 3.
Oh, damn.
So 3. You will succeed. Jay, you will lose. Yeah, Jay, I won't. Obviously, you have already spent that temporary angst. So unfortunately, you will not succeed in your catharsis.
Well, that's okay. I tried.
Yeah.
I just want to get out of here.
Sounds good to me. Nicole, you'll notice the other wraiths will start running.
I have a different plan this time. That's why I wanted to fight you off. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. You fight off your shadow. As you're doing this, it seems like the wraiths are running as they were before. Up north. And the Legionnaires just stand there, waiting.
So they
Better
said...
use your body language.
Huh?
Better use your body language. They're not gonna understand your words.
I'm gonna go with...
By the way, Nicole, you should know, now that everything's reset, like you said, Groundhog's Day, difficulties are all going to be +1 at this point. That's why your shadow had to roll a difficulty 7, and that's why you had to roll a difficulty 7. Everything's gone up.
Oh, okay. That's okay, because what I'm gonna do, it's either gonna kill me or it's not. So we're gonna find out.
Yeah. This difficulty also is added to all of your abilities too. So if you decide to use a certain basic level skill, that difficulty goes up by +1. Just a heads up. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk up.
Okay.
Non-threatening.
Okay.
And
he doesn't seem to. Yeah, he's not even like looking at you. He's just like, waiting for your 1 minute to be up. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, he keeps saying cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
Success, basically, or being rewarded. Do you know what? I'm just gonna put my arms out in surrender and be like, I cooperate.
Okay. He pulls his saber out from his scabbard. It looks like he's going to cut your head off.
Yeah, I figure it's either die or not die. This is the moment.
Okay. Yeah. He cuts your head off in that moment. And everything goes black.
Darn it. I thought this was the right choice.
Oh, I didn't even need to offer any dice or anything.
Shadow, you will gain 1 point of temporary angst. All difficulties will now be at a +2.
How do you win this? I don't understand.
1 second. I need to give your shadow a temporary angst back. And 1 second. A little further down. There it is. Boop. And the next thing that you hear, Nicole, is a voice in front of you that says, "This is the Gulag Rorapente.
Oh my god.
There is no do not interrupt me, young one. There is no tether stockade, no guard towers, no Pathos frontier. Only a massive, overwhelming waterfall that prevents phasing out. Punishment means exile from this prison to the labyrinth. In the labyrinth, nothing can survive. Cooperates. Go run and hide very well, and you shall be rewarded well. Competition is encouraged. After all, only one of you shall survive this test. Become uncooperative, and you will perish. You get 1 whole minute head start." And he stands at the ready again, like he did before. The other wraiths will actually start to make their way up north. What did you say, Nicole? Sorry.
I am sticking with this man.
Okay. The experienced one?
Yes.
Okay.
And as we run, I'm just gonna be like, "Do you speak English or Korean or Spanish?" But in those 3 languages.
Certainly. He speaks a language that is very similar to Spanish. You seem to kind of like pick up a word or two, but you would have to do a dice roll to figure it out. He doesn't say vamonos, but it is something along the lines of vamonos to you. But it is not.
I know that.
But it is not Spanish. But it is very close. Shadow, you are easily able to recognize this language as well.
Yeah, I can, and not for the reason you thought.
I mean, my guess is Italian.
Yeah. Shadow, any assistance? You don't think it's Italian, Shadow?
Oh no. It's very similar. Very similar to Spanish. But it's
all the Spanish, the love languages, they're Spanish.
Think a little further.
Portuguese?
Think a little further south. Yeah, there you go.
Ah, Portuguese. Okay.
Very close to Spain, and also Mexico and Brazil are not so far apart.
Okay, I'm just moving the NPCs over. So, your shadow definitely gives you the impression that Portuguese is one of the languages that has been spoken thus far.
All right, I'll just be speaking Spanish because that's as close as I'm gonna get to Portuguese.
Okay. Yeah. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, because I'm assuming this person can't talk.
Oh, the one with the. Are you talking about the one with her mouth sewn shut?
Yeah, that's why I avoided her in the first place.
Okay, sure.
Sounds like she can talk.
All right. In the new scene, the Wraith that can speak Portuguese will head to the north.
I'm following.
The one with the walking stick, that's the east, and the one with the mouth sewn shut will head to the west. We'll continue to dash forward.
I will, in Spanish, say, "Ayúdame." Help me. Please explain.
Okay. Let's see if I can interpret that. Roll some dice really quick.
Fun out of character fact. I have a friend that's Brazilian.
He will stop and kind of like recognize a little bit of what you're trying to communicate to him. So he stops up a little bit further north so that you're out of eye shot. And he'll look to you and say, he'll say some things in Portuguese, but then he'll recall that you don't speak Portuguese. You speak, from what he can determine is Spanish. And he will try to kind of make motions with his hands using body language. He's still speaking Portuguese, but he does kind of make some hand motions to indicate of what you should do in this moment. Unfortunately, Nicole, I need you to roll to interpret what he is saying.
Oh man.
With his body language, because it looks like something you could probably make out, with him assisting with this language too. So this will be your wits and it's probably going to be your streetwise. Or you can use, he has his death mask on, so I can't give you expression. You can, how about empathy? I'll let you use empathy if you want.
I'll take it.
All right, so empathy and your wits. So wits and empathy to determine what he's trying to communicate to you.
And is the difficulty a 7 or an 8?
It is an 8.
That's what I thought. All right, I'll just stick with my 7. Got 1 success.
All right. You can't really gather too much of what he is trying to communicate with you, but at least some of the Spanish that he is speaking to you seems to kind of like say, whatever the word that kind of comes out is arcani, and you can kind of tell from his the language that he gives you with his hands that you need to use your arcani to survive and escape and hide. And then you'll see him draw his sword out from his like the small short sword from his scabbard behind him, and he says like something in Portuguese, which is along the lines of like brute force, and shrugs.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay. All right.
And nods at you and continues to go.
Gracias. And I guess, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if he's willing to let me follow him still, I'll do it. But if he wants me to go away, I understand.
Okay. He will appear over here in the catacombs. It appears that he's come to a dead end. And you'll hear him swear underneath his breath and say, Tragios al mío. And you kind of pick up that he's just said like, God damn it in Portuguese. And you'll hear the sound of the pitter-pat of a barghest making its way over in your direction.
He's still here, right? He is not hiding.
Oh yeah, he's not left.
He's nothing. Okay.
Nope. He just looks like he just went. He's trying to make his way around the maze to figure out which way to go. And for some reason he went the wrong way by accident. And you hear the barghest starting to sniff the ground, not too far away.
I'm going to point at him, point at myself, and put up 2 fingers, then point in the opposite direction, like over here, and then put my fist to my hand. I'm basically trying to say, you, me, let's work together, beat him up.
Okay. He draws his short sword out.
I put my hand out like, do you have another?
He shakes his head. Yeah, he looks at his sword and he shakes his head at you like, nope.
Oh man, okay. Oh wait, if this is Groundhog's kind of thing, do I get my pathos back or am I still stuck at 7?
You seem to still be down on your pathos.
Ah man, okay.
You probably still remember how to turn into immortal.
Yeah, but how much pathos did that cost again when I did that?
I believe it was 2 pathos to become a mortal human.
That's gross. When it doesn't come back, it's not great. I'm at 7. If I use 2, then I'm at 5. I can still use a big Arcanos at the end, but because the difficulty is an 8, my chance of actually being successful is very low. This sounds like the end. All right, we're gonna do the embody thing again, and
okay.
It sounds like yeah, we're just gonna do it.
All right. Kind of a little bit of a repeat from last time, right?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Please roll your manipulation plus embody, difficulty 8.
Now, is my embody still a 3 or now is it at 4? Because I know when I did the first time.
It is now at a 4 because you learned a new power.
Okay. So that's 8 total there. Hey, Shadow, are you willing to help me?
Sure. I think you should probably take at least 4, maybe 5 dice, even though it might be a little painful. Just a little. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Why not? No, don't do that, Nicole. 4. Let's 4. Yeah, I'll take the 4. So that's 8 and the 4, it makes it 12. I need 8 or higher. This is madness. Okay, well, I get to explode the 10s. You only get 1 angst.
Okay. 1 temporary angst to your shadow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 successes.
Okay, that's good. Let me add that point of angst for Jay. And now, how many successes did you say you got?
5.
You said 5?
Yes.
All right. You are able to embody yourself into a mortal human being shell yet again. You kind of get a weird look from the death mask of your compadre, but he just kind of like holds his sword at the ready, like, I don't know what you just did, as if he's never seen this power before, but he just kind of like stands behind you with his sword at the ready.
Wait, I know I want him to be in front of me. I don't want to be I don't want to be in the front.
Oh, you want him to be in the front?
Yes, because if I attack first, then they become what's the word? Incorporeal or whatever. Then he can't attack, right? So I want him to attack first,
Okay.
do as much damage, and then I come in at the end and hopefully
Gotcha.
do some damage.
All right. Okay. He goes up at the front. So you're going down this long hallway, and
Yep, I'm just following.
Immediately the Bargus takes notice and jumps and dives forward and attacks the wraith that is in front of you. He uses his short sword to like implant the blade into the mouth of the jaws for this Bargus, but it appears that the two of them are now wrestling on the ground together. The Legionnaire is like, bite him, bite him! And seems to have his he has like a mace, like a strong looking mace at the ready down at his side, and he's just standing there watching.
I want to go around him so I don't actually go through my companion. And
Okay.
I will punch this wolf thing.
Okay.
And basically
Yeah,
just throw my arm in the middle of it.
Sure. Yeah, you punch the Bargist. It takes 1 point of damage and becomes incorporeal.
Okay, so hopefully that 1 shows my companion I am helpful, and 2, he is now free from the grappling on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it would appear that the two of them are still wrestling. He will kind of like get up, and the Bargus will stand there, still incorporeal, but like growling and baring its teeth. And the Legionnaire seems to have noticed what you've done, and kind of like tightens his grip on his mace. It looks like he might be activating a power soon, but he needs some time to warm it up.
Ah, darn. Okay, I'm running. Just punch him.
Okay.
I don't have time for this.
Sounds good. The Bargus is confused, at what you're doing. But the Wraith will actually slam it with his short sword to like distract it and keep its attention on him instead. As you punch this Legionnaire, you don't need to do a dice roll. You'll do 1 automatic damage to him, and he will become incorporeal. And he kind of like looks a little uncomfortable and listless when you do this, but just kind of like focuses his attention on you, as if he's still trying to focus on activating his power. So it'll take him a moment to do so, but his difficulty will go up by 1 point because you are distracting him.
Okay, I will go back over here.
Okay, you're gonna go back.
The wolf again if I can.
Okay, Wolf is still incorporeal.
Darn. All right.
So you just walk through it. Yeah, you walk through it. It doesn't take any damage. The Wraith
You
and
should
the
get all of these guys in one spot.
the Wraith and the Vargas seem to be engaging in combat at this point in time. It looks like it might be another 9 more seconds until the Vargas takes form again, and it'll be another 12 seconds until this Wraith or Legionnaire takes form again as well. He seems to be activating a power very, very soon, and you probably don't want to be around when he activates that power. Just a heads up.
Oh man, I didn't want to leave my companion. I will say ominous, and kind of wave my arm, and hopefully he follows me as I run away.
Yeah, he tries to go in your direction, and the Vargas will again dive on top of him, biting into his blade again, and you'll just hear him struggle.
I can't. How can I leave this dude who was willing to help me? How can I leave him?
Well, right now you're getting him away from, or separating the man and the dog.
Yeah, but you were saying to get them all
Go
together.
Find the others.
I know.
Yeah, get them all together.
I don't want to leave him behind.
Up my sleeve. I've got a card up my sleeve. Get them all together and punch them all out, and then I will attempt to take you over again.
Nicole, are you trying to run away from my Legionnaire?
I don't know. I'm just gonna stand here and just scream.
Okay.
See if more Legionnaires will pop up. I'm following my Shadow's advice. I'm gonna hope my Shadow isn't trying to kill us. I would hope my Shadow would want to kill me in a different way. So
okay. Shadow, are you taking action? Shadow, are you taking an action right now?
Not right now, because I want more people around before I take that action. But gets to be more dangerous. I might take action anyway, just for funsies.
Okay.
The power, I'm literally just screaming to see if I can get more Legionnaires to show up. That's it.
Yeah. Nicole, the last thing that you see is this Legionnaire punching you in the face and you black out.
Oh my god.
Give me a second. You and your Shadow are free to communicate. You and your Shadow are free to communicate to each other during this moment of darkness.
Shadow, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Just tell me what you want to do, and I will let it happen. Because I don't want to be here.
Your Shadow is kind of getting what it wants.
Right off. Yup. I'm taking over if I can. I'm straight up. As soon as we're waking it up, I'm gonna start rolling for catharsis.
Okay.
I would love to see that because you've never been able to do it yet.
Jay, did you want to do that? Jay, did you want to do that before the Legionnaire starts his speech? While he's doing it, you do your catharsis?
While he's doing it, I'm going to start catharsis.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just resetting the map right now.
Now the difficulty is a 9.
Yeah.
Yep, this is true. And Jay, you will obviously have an added angst to your character sheet, but it sounds like if you're going to be going catharsis, I don't even need to give you that angst because you'll be spending it immediately.
Basically, but I'm
Does
pretty
that
sure
sound
I'm
accurate?
rolling 80/10s. Yep.
Okay. Just getting all the characters.
8 or 90.
It'll be 9 because you'll basically be going from you'll be going from a 10 to a 9 because you have to spend 1 temporary angst to activate the power to catharsis. You didn't hear that,
I'll
Nicole.
wait till you have
Nope, I heard it all. And I'm so concerned.
You should be concerned.
I mean, you should.
Catharsis is something that shadows love to do.
It's so true.
I want, except for that one time, I really do want Jay to be able to catharsis because she's tried to do this multiple times before and it's always did not make it. So I kind of want to see What happens?
Your psyche is resisting. And you're resisting really well. It's just at this point in time, it seems like you're kind of like wondering if you can keep this up any longer because you just keep running into more and more issues. All right, I almost have the map reset for everybody. Moving you guys over there right now.
And we get to like a 10. If the difficulty is a 10, no,
it can't go. It can't go. Yeah, it can't go any higher than a 10. So
right. So then what happens?
It stays at a 10. 10 is the worst difficulty that you can have in this game.
You're not wrong.
All right, so Jay, it looks like you got 1 success out of that.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wait.
Nicole, I need you to roll 5 d10s for me.
Please let me roll a bunch of 1s. Please let me roll.
Or at least below 9.
I got 1 success.
All right.
No.
Unfortunately, Jay, your catharsis will not work.
Oh my god.
Can I roll it again?
Maybe in a few seconds.
I will spend another angst.
Yes. Your difficulty will be at a 10, though. This is the Gulag Repente. There is no tether stockade. Blah 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 blah. Nicole, as he's saying this for the 4th time in a row, do you want to roll an intelligence check against me?
Sure. I mean, she's not that bright, but sure. 2d10. If the difficulty is a 9, I got 1 success.
Is. Okay. As he's giving his speech, his normal regular speech to you, one thing seems to kind of like jump out at you that you have not experienced yet. And that's the waterfall that he talks about. How he says that there is this overwhelming waterfall that is in your way from escaping.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For some reason, that kind of just stands out to you for some reason.
But I haven't seen any water either.
No, you haven't.
You've only gone 2 places, though.
That's true. You know what? Is this a way? Can I go this way?
Hold on. Let me check the... yeah, so if you decide to go that direction, let me know. I will have some Legionnaires following you.
Well, that makes me think that's not the way to the waterfall.
Well, no, they aren't. You get 1 minute to try to run. So they'll just follow you, but you have 1 minute to get a head start. So there's nothing wrong with you doing that.
Start this?
You know what? Let's see what's over there. I'm just gonna run, see what I can find.
Okay, sounds good. Shadow, did you want to try to catharsis again?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Roll 8 d10s for me, please.
Successes.
Okay.
No successes because I got a 9 and an 8 and everything below.
Wait, Nicole, I thought the difficulty was a 9.
It is. Difficulty is a 9. Oh no, difficulty is a 10. You're right. Difficulty is a 10 for the shadow.
Oh.
Yep.
So Nicole, I still need you to roll 5d10 for me.
Right. Oh my god.
Damn.
So with one success, you are able to fend off your shadow's catharsis yet again.
I want the shadow to take over. I want Mo to take over.
Your character is going mad.
I'm just alright, I'm out. I'm running. Let's see what's over here.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. I need to activate that scene. It appears that when you do so, only one of the Legionnaires seems to follow you.
The main dude.
Huh?
It's the main guy.
Yep. And he doesn't seem to be very like nervous or like, like, what is she doing? Oh, this isn't good. I don't like this at all. Instead, he just kind of follows you, like, let's see what she thinks she can accomplish by this. This is odd behavior. No one's ever done that before. So give me 1 second to move the scene. and find the scene for us.
I still can't believe I still beat Jay. Like, I'm trying to not win. I don't understand.
Hey, you should be proud. You fended off your shadow like 3 times in a row. That's pretty impressive. All right. So as you go down this corridor, you immediately find what is the waterfall area that I had mentioned. The Legionnaire just follows you, and the first thing that you notice, Nicole, I don't know if you're watching the screen with me, is that when you step on the water that's pouring down into the creek down here, your wraith steps on top of that water.
Okay.
So you're right here if you see me do my sonar. So as soon as your character steps on that water, you walk on top of it. I take it you're gonna go for the exit where the cascade of water is.
Yes, definitely. And I'm gonna run full speed because I don't know how much time I still have left before this Legionnaire is gonna try and attack me.
Okay. I will not need you to do a dice roll for this. You'll take 1 damage as you slam your head against the cascading water of the waterfall and go flying backwards and hit the ground. Or you don't really hit the ground, you hit the water. And you just kind of like lie there on the ground like, ow! And you take 1 damage.
Is this one temporary or is this permanent?
It's a regular standard damage. So
okay.
Yeah. And you'll see the Legionnaire the moment that you do that kind of like chuckle to himself.
Man, okay, so if I put my hand to this, it's a solid piece.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you just place your hand up against it. It's kind of like touching a mirror. And he just looks at you and he said, I tried to warn you. You have 30 seconds, by the way.
Oh my god, what do I do? What do I do?
And you see his hand, like, place against the blade. At his side.
Turn into immortal and try to go through?
Do you think it's immortal?
That sounds like a great idea, actually, Jay. Shadow, that sounds like a great idea, actually.
I have... Oh, okay, let's try it. Let's see if I can get some more 10s.
I think you need at least 5 dice for this. It's going to suck really bad if you get literally any ones, but I think you should probably take at least 5 or 6 dice for this.
I'm taking them all because I need a 10. I need 10s. That's crazy. Okay. So manipulation plus body. The manipulation is 4. Body is a 4. That's 8. And then I'm taking 6 from you, Jay. Is that right? Okay. Oh.
So manipulation plus embody.
Right. And then do I get 6 from Jay?
Is she assisting you with shadow dice?
Yes. And I wasn't sure what number.
Yes, 6.
So 8 and 6. 14. Oh man. Come on. We gotta get out of here.
Delicious eggs.
Get 1. And I make 1
that's
success.
not bad.
I make 1 success.
2.
Is that enough?
That was your dice roll, right?
Yes.
Okay, you'll gain 1.
Hey, don't I have something
1?
that can force her to reroll thing?
I
think.
I'm
pretty sure I have a thing that forces her to reroll.
I can check. I know that you spent the one last time. But I can double check your thorns.
Let's see. Word.
I'm not seeing anything because I know you spent so in my notes it said that you spent the bad luck last time to have her reroll. Mm-hmm.
So that's a temporary thing.
Yes,
gotcha.
But you can.
I didn't realize it was a temporary thing.
No worries, but you can repurchase it. You can repurchase it for next time.
Okay, definitely doing that.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second.
It's
I
still
just need
reroll with willpower.
Well, how well did you do, Nicole, in your
I
dice
have
roll?
1 success. Is that enough?
Yes, it is. It is actually enough.
Oh
1
my
success is
god.
enough.
Thank God.
Okay. So, 1 second. Let me create the new scene for everybody.
It's like if I get my head cut off one more time.
It's a very unpleasant feeling, isn't it?
I really thought that was the best option, was to just surrender. Like, I really thought that would be it.
1 second. I need to turn off the fog because apparently the fog is on right now. There we go. Anytime now, Roll20. You got this. Please. Do you guys see anything on your end?
I see, like, a portion of the bottom.
Okay, yeah, that I'm trying
like
to
the last.
Yeah, I'm trying to reveal the upper half right now. Hopefully it'll appear soon. Wow, Roll20 is not happy about this, apparently. It seems like every time I try it, it freezes. So let me try it one more time in small chunks. Okay, it's letting me do small chunks. This is the best you guys are going to get. You're going to get small little chunks until I get the entire thing unraveled. That's funny. Roll20 is like, yeah, that's right. Work for it. All right.
I've worked so hard. Just let me have this.
Right.
Goodness.
So, should be revealed now. Nicole, you'll notice that your character, I can't call your character Gabriela. Your character will appear on the other side of the waterfall, the cascading waterfall, in your new embodied self as a mortal being and creature. You'll hear the voice of the Wraith on the other side of the waterfall say, like, no, and starts to like run, and you just hear like the padding of his gauntlets hitting the waterfall itself, trying to get to you, but he can't.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Are you going to run on ahead?
Cautiously. I don't know what's going on anymore, so I'm gonna move forward, but I'm not sprinting this time.
Okay. As you start to run forward, you feel your body obviously fall into the water, and because you are no longer a wraith.
Oh yeah.
And as you are completely submerged in water, you feel yourself start to fall deeper and deeper into the depths of the water. And for the first time ever, oxygen starts to deplete itself from your lungs on the inside, and you feel yourself start to drown.
Can I turn off embody? Like, is that a thing?
Instead, I'd like you to please roll 5d10 for me.
Oh.
Difficulty 9.
Hey, you want some extra? Oh,
I got 0 successes. Please don't tell me I have to do this all over again. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I will allow you one more attempt at that, but Nicole, the difficulty is going to be at a 10. As your character is starting to drown in this whirlpool of water that's taken you underneath the depths.
Jay, what you got for me? I'll take it.
So you're taking some.
Can I try catharsis again?
You want to try to catharsis the
drowning human
while you're
that's
drowning?
Probably not a good idea.
Okay.
Nah, I will give her extra. I'll be like, here, take these dice. Six dice. There you go.
and D10. Oh, I got 2 successes.
You got 2 successes?
Thanks.
Yeah. So what am I using? I'm able to explode those 10s. I'm not sure what the.
You cannot explode the 10s, unfortunately.
Okay.
So. You will awaken in your former body as Gabriela, back in the terminal of tortured souls. Let me make that obvious on the screen for you. And now that you've returned, you'll notice that the book that was once within your hands has become nothing but ashes and dirt. It is starting to disintegrate and fade away from your fingers and becoming nothing at all. Embers. So, a harrowing. Again, not originally designed to be all doom and gloom, while you err closer to Oblivion's appetite. Remember that these harrowings were designed as a teaching opportunity for all wraiths. A lesson, insight on death, wisdom passed between the guilds. Well, back when there were guilds that actually existed in the underworld. Gabriela was able to experience raw knowledge delivered to her psyche. And yes, it might be seen as dangerous, scary, and a chance for utmost destruction of your soul. But this is also an opportunity to grow and stretch your arms in an afterlife that immediately surrenders to utter darkness and has very little room for any real growth. With this in mind, Gabriela returns to her poetic and comfortable poise as if awoken from a very surreal dream. However, anything she has experienced remains as a stronghold and natural extension of her very self. Almost strings and strands delightfully connected to you, compared to the short amounts of dread awaiting you in the terminal of tortured souls. But that, my friends, again, will have to wait for a completely different adventure.